Hi there, NC.Self-Sufficient here. If you have a Furrion microwave in your RV, you may want to consider sticking around for this one. I have one in mine, and today it had an issue where it completely stopped working. Not even the light inside would come on when the door opened. The clock was dead. And anyway, I did manage to get it to work. So if you don't feel like spending $300 to $400 on a microwave that would fit in that spot, consider sticking around and I'll show you how I fixed mine. I don't know about you, but I like hot coffee every morning. Now, one of the requirements for the hot coffee is that the coffee would be hot. I make mine every morning in a French press, fresh grind the beans every morning. And no, I do not use Hateful Thoughts and a hammer. I use a burr grinder. That said, coffee made in a French press must be taken out of the French press. First cup's going to be hot. After that, it starts to cool. Once your coffee starts to cool, you've got two options. One, reheat it on a stove. The other? Well, now this is a problem. You could use the microwave. I did this morning, and the microwave worked, only I got impatient, and I tried to open the door while the microwave was running. The door slipped out of my hand, the microwave promptly shorted out. As a complete amateur solution, I unplugged the microwave, allowed it to sit like this for a while, then plugged it back in. No, that did not fix the problem. We are still left with a dead microwave. I checked the breaker box, and no, the breaker was not tripped. Now I'll show you how I actually fixed the problem. First, I started by unplugging the microwave. I needed to do this because I'm going to be taking the cover off the microwave and working on electrical components. I don't want to get shocked. I don't want to fry my microwave, or at least any more than I already have. Now let's talk for a minute about why this failure actually occurred. What I was doing was I was microwaving a cup of coffee. Had 30 seconds on it. I got impatient. So this is how I know what failed. I grabbed the door without hitting the stop cancel button while the microwave was running. I proceeded to open the door, which slipped out of my hand, and the microwave went dead. Let's talk about why that is. You have these. These are more than just catches. They're actually designed to go in here and hit switches that live in here. Now these switches are designed to shut off the microwave so that you don't get microwaved if you're a bonehead like me and you open the door while the microwave is operating. Well, or maybe just really impatient. Anyway, yes, I sound annoyed, and that is because I'm annoyed at myself because I know what I've done. Another reason that this can fail is if the switches in here fail and allow the microwave to operate while the door is open. That's not what happened in my case. In my case, it was a quick pull release, grab pull, which essentially allowed enough current through the microwave, allowed it to continue operating while the door was open for just a fraction of a second, and that's all this takes actually. Now I can show you why you have this fuse located up here. Let's get into it. So first, we're going to, if you can access the screws on the top of your microwave, then do that first. If you can't, then you can get away with some of these models with just pulling down and pulling this front cover away from the microwave. There are clips underneath You want to be careful not to break this because you want to reuse this, obviously. But this is what you're left with. You got clips underneath, and you got little holes at the top. You can see I've got some scratch marks on top of these holes, maybe, where I drug it past a couple of screws that were intended to snug it in place. It'll go right back in. The part that I'm interested in is in here. And there it is. As you can see, the part I need to access is exposed. Now the tools I needed to have at my disposal to start this: Phillips screwdriver, a small stubby Phillips screwdriver, and a pair of needle nose pliers. I'm guessing I'm going to get the most mileage out of this small stubby little Phillips screwdriver. So here we go. They do not make these easy to access, I'll give it that. You know, it looks kind of like this has been pried before, even though I am the first owner of this RV. These are particularly a pain to get off. And I don't want to strip these little heads because there's not much to them. But I can't just cut this off, or can I? You know, I'm half tempted to see if I could just bend this down and bend it back up, because I'm really having a bugger of a time getting at these screws. And I'm not sure exactly what this does, other than prevent users like myself from repairing things. And I bend it down. What do you know? I can bend it down. May not be the correct thing to do, but it's the thing I did. Now, let me see if I can't get this screw out, though. There's no way to get a bigger screwdriver in there. This little stubby one, I can't even get enough of an angle to get at the screw. Enough. Now, easiest way is for me to bring this camera over and show you exactly what I am dealing with. I must have tried about 8 different ways to hold this camera with a tripod to get in there and stabilize the image. I really couldn't do it, so that is the fuse that I need to access. They make fuse pullers. You can see why that fuse is blown, though. So there's no doubt that this is the repair that needs to be performed. I'm going to do this without that. There it is. Fuse is out. Okay, I put this fuse against the white background of a dinner plate so you can see the condition of the fuse. This fuse is obviously blown. If you don't believe me, here's what the replacement fuses look like. You can see clear through them. They're glass fuses. This is also a glass fuse, and it's most likely not the ceramic microwave fuse that I bought. So I'm going to use the glass fuses, and then I'll return the 2 ceramic microwave fuses once I verify the microwave actually operates. Okay, here we are back up top. I'm going to put the fuse in. Maybe my fingers aren't the proper tool for the job. Okay, here we go. Second try. I'm going to try putting this in with needle nose pliers instead of my arthritic fingers. which are kind of beefy also. Maybe they're not the best tool for the job. Yeah, I know I'm handling glass with metal, but if you're careful, this should work. Now I can probably just push this down in. There we go. It's seated. Now, moment of proof. Let's plug the microwave in and see what we get. Now, normally, you might want to put it all back together just for safety reasons. I'm not going to do that because I really don't want to damage this cover, and I don't believe that I'm going to be doing this repair very often. I'm guessing maybe this cover is good for 1 or 2, maybe 3 removals at best throughout its life. I mean, I could be wrong about that. Maybe it's designed better than that, but I don't think so. So let's find out. Boom! We have power. Okay, I'm going to unplug it, put everything back together. And here goes, unplugging it. Now I put everything back together. Okay, microwave is unplugged. Now I'm just going to bend this piece back up in. Now, maybe I should have went out and bought some specialized screwdriver to reach in there and remove this. Maybe that's what was needed. You know what? I think the point of appliance repair is to not spend money that you don't have to spend. So, there it goes. I'm just going to put it back together. There's a little tab here. Goes in here. These little tabs should go in first. It's basically actually the top tab should go in first. There we go. And then push the clips in. There it is. It's installed. Now the fit and finish is about as good as new. I wouldn't want to do this repair too many times because I don't know how well the microwave would take it. And that's it. We're done. Simply plug the microwave back in now and set your clock, which it's about 4:08 p.m. And just like that, now you do not have to spend between $200 and $400 trying to find a replacement microwave to fit in that spot. Hope you all enjoyed. Take care.